Hello and welcome to the Holistic Healing Choices Isolation Special. I'm Rob Murphy and I'm not so much under isolation, but I've been told to stop work. So being a massage therapist and a face-to-face therapist, in Australia at the moment we've been told to stop work to help stop the spread of COVID-19, which, fair enough. I can get behind that 100%. So, what to do with all this spare time that I've got and, still make a living while I wait for government support payments and all that sort of stuff. So, the reason this has come about, I believe, is that we as a society here in Australia, and maybe even around the world as well, can't be trusted. We cannot be trusted to look after ourselves. So a couple of weekends ago, as this whole thing was kicking off and they brought in social distancing, so to stay 1.5 meters away from each other. So, that's less than my height away from each other. Easy enough. We had a whole bunch of dickheads flock to Bondi Beach, which is a great beach, don't get me wrong, and a great tourist destination, but in light of this, it's like they were packed. They were packed in like sardines. There was hardly any space between anyone. And it's just that sense of something being taken away from you. So you want it back. That fear of missing out on the beach for 1 weekend, 2 weekends, like we're moving into winter or the cooler side of the year. So for people to flock to the beach is rare in these cases. But because the beach was going to be closed off, oh boy, were they there in power. And that caused the government to have a knee-jerk reaction and say, well, nobody can have anything nice anymore. You can't be trusted to look after yourself, so here we go. Now, I made a video before on this whole situation and the whole panic and the whole everything behind it already. And it keeps bringing me back to that quote from Men in Black. A person is smart. People, as a society, are a bunch of fucking idiots. A whole bunch of fucktards. Like, let's not mince words here. We as a society, there's so much fear, panic and everything going on at the moment. If everybody stay to themselves, stay within the social distancing, for all intents and purposes, get outside, go for a walk, do what you need to, we'd be fine. I'm happy to stop working face to face with people, touching people, being a massage therapist, a remedial massage therapist. In this case, as I want to stop the spread of this bloody thing, but so many people, and even that was an issue. So the Prime Minister for Australia said massage parlours. There were so many people who got on their little high horses and stated, I work in a clinic, not a parlour. It's like, read between the lines. He's saying us need to stop. Seeing people, I know I've had people come in and just say, oh, I've got a flu. It's like, well, why the hell are you here? But so many people want to keep working, whether it's the fear of not having enough money or, missing out on work. Because it is our livelihood. It is our livelihood to see people day in, day out. But if we all stop now, we stop this going on any further. We, what do they call it? Kill the curve, so to speak. It'll get a lot better, but we're idiots, so it's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better. But hey, that's just human nature. Anyway, what do we do now? We're in this isolated sort of state. So what? Working from home. So being a sole trader, or in a partnership with my business partner, one thing I've got going for me already is that I teach online courses. They are a great way to supplement income. put a little bit of back extra and it goes into a separate account, so it's a separate stream of income for me, for us. And I just buy, business supplies or whatever else with the money. That doesn't affect our tax or anything like that, because it's, I only had a couple of thousand from it. That's something I can look at doing a lot more of. Now, if you want to get into that too, what are you good at? What skill, whatever do you have to teach people for that? It is a great industry. Now, especially if you're in a computer programming, neurolinguistic programming, so communication work, has been a real goldmine for me on these things. As well as exercise things, I've seen a lot of people like with weight loss, exercise routines, things for gaining muscle, those sort of things do really well on these platforms because that's what people generally have an interest in. Now, you've got two main platforms or main types of platforms. So you've got your Udemy, your Teachable, they're similar, people buy your courses. Now you've got Skillshare and other ones as well, where they go on watch time. So by how many minutes people watch, you get paid for that. Which one's better? How long's a piece of string, or how much does a piece of string earn you as opposed to that other piece of string? That sort of thing. So I've seen people make megabucks on Udemy, whereas at the moment Skillshare is paying me more personally because more people are watching longer courses and increasing those minutes watched. So it's really up to you which one you go on. I go on both. I put the same course on both and I make money off both. That's one extra thing you could do. While you're in isolation, while you might have been fired from your job or let go in this case as well, as that's a real thing that's happening right at the moment. Now the cons with that is a setup costs money. So your camera, what you use, if you're using an editing program. Now I myself use HipFilm Express, which is a free one. It's pretty good. It does everything I need it to. Also too, if you set up, you're looking at lighting, so you don't have harsh shadows in the background. If I can just take you for a look around, there's my computer set up. Now see, I am in a very small sort of room, if you can see that. But here I've got two lights here to stop, and I've just blinded myself looking at them, to stop shadows casting over my face one side or the other. So these sites go on quality as well. So you can't just grab your mobile phone and hold it and shake all over the place while holding it sort of thing and use its onboard audio. Luckily my camera has very good audio, so I'm very happy with that and be able to do that. And the same goes for YouTube as well. The more professional you look, the more professional quality video you're putting out, as well as getting into all the thumbnail stuff for that as well, the more money you're likely to make on that platform, if you follow certain rules. Now YouTube has changed a lot, even since I've been on there, in the way it pays you and stuff as well. You need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 hours watch time as a minimum. So there's always those two very viable options. Now people can make absolute mega bucks off these, just alone. So what else am I going to do while I'm in isolation? Exercise. So this is my first day off. Now I don't know how many days off I'm going to have. It's pretty indefinite at this stage. So I'm going to exercise so I'm nice, strong, ready to go, walk back straight back into work and give my 100% when I get back there. Now that includes a lot of running, a lot of weights. Now gyms are closed in Australia as well, obviously to stop the spread of disease. So luckily I've got my own stuff. If you don't, use body weight. Outside's not banned, so you can still, even if you take precautions, use some of the equipment outside, whether it's a chin-up bar, whether it's some of the gym equipment that they have in parks and stuff nowadays. Other things I'm planning to do: read a hell of a lot of books, do a lot of research, upskill, which leads me back to that first bit as well with the online courses and stuff. Upskill. if you've been let go, if you've lost your job over this thing, make yourself the most employable you possibly can coming back into this. The economy is unfortunately going to suffer in a huge way. I predict house prices are going to drop. Like, shares are so volatile at the moment. And I mean, you can become a trader. That could be, number 3 in the ways to make money while this thing's going on. So use this time too to do your research into that. I have done the course with the Freedom Trader, Terry Tran. Very in-depth course. Teaches you how to evaluate a company and teaches you more or less what to look for when you're purchasing stocks, when you're purchasing shares, and how to become a trader. Now, trading is a full-time sort of thing as well. Like, in the space of a minute, things can change, absolutely. So, I'm not offering advice or anything on that one, but if you want to pursue that path, do your research. Do your research, or you could lose a hell of a lot of money very, very quickly with that, at the way the market is currently at the moment. Other things, meditation. How many times have you said to yourself, I just don't have time to meditate? Whether you're going from 6 in the morning, going to the gym, doing all that, or whatever, and then going to 6 at night, coming home, cooking dinner, family duties, blah, 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 or even in my case, I exercise or do martial arts at night. So I'm, out till 8 o'clock at night. Come home, have dinner, watch some stuff, edit some videos, whatever the case may be, and then to bed. Now's the perfect time if you've got time to do it. Meditate. Learn to meditate. Look after yourself. Look after your health. What more can you do? Today, for instance, the power went out in the house for whatever friggin' reason. So I cleaned. I got right into everything that I own and cleared it out, if it's no use to me anymore. Look for the opportunities in this time. So I said I was going to read and upskill a hell of a lot. I might also write a book. I've got some ideas floating around in this head that I want to get there. So this is the age of opportunity. The world is changing. And hopefully we remember these lessons that we've learned from this time to focus on what is important as well. So what is important to you at the moment? Is it that next promotion? Probably not if you've been let go and stuff. So what are you focusing on? Family, health, so relationships and your health. And a way to make residual or passive income for yourself and to help support your family. Even more than, having a full-time job. Because really, if your passive income can overtake your normal income, that's great. That's great that you've got this thing there sitting in the back burner that can pay off your debt, that can pay off that house, that you can put into more investments, while still having a full-time job. Or maybe you can cut the full-time job away because this is all you need, and you can keep adding to that with more courses, more books, more whatever the case may be that you're doing passively. But anyway, guys, that's my experience with isolation at the moment. Those are my plans at the moment. And I mean, this might all change tomorrow. So I've got some other stuff going on where I might be called away for a bit to do some other stuff related to this virus. So who the hell knows what the future holds? All I know is I'm going to make the most that I can out of it. Make this the best opportunity to a forced sort of unemployment, so to speak, that I can. I'm going to grab this with both hands and do all I can with it. But anyway, guys, I hope that has given you some ideas, some insight into what to do. Rather than panicking with fear, calm yourself down. Look for the opportunity that this presents. If you can't see any opportunity, you're probably not looking hard enough, or you're not thinking outside the box enough. And as always, stay safe. If you feel anything whatsoever along the lines of the symptoms for this thing, go get checked out, go get tested, and stay healthy and safe. Because without your health you have nothing. And that's always the rule for me. If I start to feel something coming on, I'll ease everything back until I feel good enough to give it my all again. Because so many times in the past I've worked myself to depletion, and for what? For what? I get a little bit of extra money, but then, you know, I can't work for a week. Or something like that, those situations. So, take care of yourself, guys. Stay safe. Stay in isolation if you need to. And I will see you in the next video. Now, I'm saying that very specifically there because I want to see you there. I want to see you there. And I want to hear from you. What ideas, what things are you doing to keep yourself sane and keep yourself working during this time, during this crisis? But anyway, guys, till the next one, I will see you in the next video.